number 2, but they don't plan on staying number 2.
No, Haley Miller came to play today, John. I mean, especially down the stretch here of that opening set, 2 blocks. As, you know, it's really been a really interesting opening set, John. I've been really impressed with Old Tappan. We know IHA number 1 in the state, Old Tappan number 2. But most people coming into the season definitely did expect IHA to retain that number 1 in the state status. But today, Old Tappan has really come to play, and they performed well.
Well, and certainly you look at the MVPs in that first set for Old Tappan. Kelly Brogan, Haley Miller, doing yeoman work up in front of that net. Especially in the later going, it seemed like every kill attempt, be it a hard one, be it a soft one, particularly by Kristen Stewart, who's got to be talking to herself right now, blocked, sent back into IHA's faces by Miss Brogan and Miss Miller. Excellent work by them. And of course, you talked about it before the game. For a 20-0 team, Coach Maria Nolan was concerned about her team. More concerned than you would think a 20-0 coach should be because of her freshman-laden lineup. But we saw a few freshman mistakes in that first set.
John, without a question, but at the same time, when Coach Maria Nolan also expressed her I wouldn't say her hatred, but a certain dislike for teams that play, and which is very common in New Jersey, to play only 1 game or 1 set.
In these tournaments that they play in.
Exactly.
Right.
And this is the reason I think she's talking about, is because she wants to see who over a match, over 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5, the best team generally shows up and is able to win. But as for in 1 set, you may see a little more of a fluke, and I think this is exactly why Coach Maria Nolan likes the idea of a whole match, and I expect IHA to come back in the 2nd set.
Exactly, and again, just to summarize, in New Jersey, when they play these volleyball tournaments, to get through to the next round, you only have to win 1 game.
Yes.
Right? You have to win 1 match. You have to win one match.
One set.
One set, excuse me. You have to win 1 set to advance. But when you go out of state, well, Maria Nolan took her team down to Florida. She's taken her team out of state to other places, and out of state, out of New Jersey, they have to win entire matches. It makes your team mentally tough and battle-tested. I think that's what she's counting on. I think that's what she's hoping to tap as we go forward in this matchup today.
Oh, I completely agree. And, she talked about, the trip to Orlando and how it was better competition than they've played here in New Jersey. And, John, the thing is, what is the best way to improve your team? Isn't it just to play as good as competition as you possibly can? So I think there's a reason why Maria Nolan has had so much success at the volleyball level, coaching volleyball at the high school level. Clearly, she understands what it takes to build a winner.
So I don't want to speak for Coach Maria Nolan, but if I could climb inside of her head for a moment, she might be thinking to herself, well, any team can win 1 set, but can they win the match? We'll find out if Old Tappan can do it again here as we're getting ready to start the 2nd set here at IHA, as number 2 Old Tappan has drawn first blood here against the number 1 ranked team in the state, the Immaculate Heart Academy Blue Eagles. This match has definitely been as advertised so far.
It has been, and the fans are what makes this match so great, John. We've talked about it a couple times. You mentioned it, I mentioned it. The fans here, the crowd is, not only are they here, and there's a lot of them, but they are loud and they are into it.
All right, the teams switch sides now. Old Tappan moving from your right to left. IHA moving left to right. Here's the serve, the opening serve of the 2nd set. And out of bounds goes IHA. Another unforced error for IHA. And now, of course, the first point goes to Old Tappan. They once again take an early lead.
Not the way IHA wants to start the 2nd set, needing the set to keep this match alive.
Nice kill shot by Annabella Reyes, the excellent middle blocker. One of the best blockers in the state, ties this set up at 1 apiece. Set up nicely here for Old Tappan. No problem. There's the kill shot. And an excellent kill shot.
Reyes again, Annabelle Reyes with 2 straight kills for IHA as they take a 2-1 lead.
Reyes taking this one over so far, trying to rally the Eagles to win this set. Here's the serve. Handled, set up nicely. Here comes the kill, blocked beautifully. Old Tappan will try again with a little touch this time. And Kelly Brogan's touch did the deed. This one is tied at 2.
John, it seems like almost every time Old Tappan makes a play, we're mentioning either Kelly Brogan or Haley Miller.
Kristen Stewart set up nicely. Kirsten Kerwin. And that's out of bounds. Kill shot attempt there by Kirsten Kaiser. Went out of bounds. Too long, 3-2. The home team takes an early lead. And this will be Casey King, the junior, serving. And it's blocked. Gotten over. Kill shot by Kelly Brogan. Handled. It's a great setup. Handled by Old Tappan. IHA sending it over. Great back and forth action once again. The skill level of these two teams very evident. Oh, look at them. Look at Old Tappan handle that block. That was beautiful. Great setup now. Let's see what happens. And that one is handled. And they got to get this one over. Can they do it? Yes, they do, just barely. Now it's hot potato for IHA, and they get it over. What action we have here. Kill shot attempt. Handled by Chris. And that one goes out of bounds. Finally, we have a point. And that's going to be a tie ball game. Kelly Brogan sits. Caitlin Seitzma comes in.
Sorry, John. That was a great point, back and forth. You know, I thought Kristen Kerwin played a ball that on a kill that may have been going out, but she decided to play the dig anyway. Close and interesting that she played it.
Great serve. And that's out of bounds. IHA once again taking a lead here.
You know, back and forth. Old Tappan gets a point. IHA gets a point. It's been a great start to the second set as a 4-3 lead for IHA.
Maeve Kenny serves it over. And she gets it on the return. Kill shot attempt out of bounds. That attempt by Kristen Kerwin, too long.
They continue to trade points, John. And, you know, at some point, IHA being down 1-0 here, they're going to need to go on a little bit of a streak, a little bit of a run.
Erica Calabrese out, Kristen Kaiser in, and that serve is into the net by Natalie Aleko. Second team All-State hitter. Once again, now the unforced errors, a bugaboo for Old Tappan. They lose a point, 5-4, Eagles on top. Here's the set. And just out of the reach of Casey King. That ball hits wood, 5-5. You're listening to IHA versus Old Tappan here on NJ.org. Follow us on YouTube, our channel, NJ.org. You can follow us on Twitter, the NJ.org Twitter handle, and also on Facebook. We have social media covered, and we have New Jersey sports covered, at least here in northern New Jersey. And that ball's out of bounds. That's going to be a point for Old Tappan. They rally, now they take a lead. Back and forth action here.
It really is back and forth, John. You said it right. And we'll see if either team can take control of this set here.
One of the Chu sisters, Becky Chu, with the serve. Set up nicely there. Kristen Kerwin has returned it. And that ball goes out of bounds. The whole bench stands up for IHA because they get a point. We're tied at 6.
Becky Chu, a junior.
Mass substitutions coming in.
Becky Chu's a junior. Her younger sister, Lizzie Chu, sophomore for Old Tappan.
There's a serve by Erica Timpanero. Nice setup into the net. Brittany Berry could not get it over. Another point for the home team. And once again, we have a lead change. Our 4th lead change so far of the match. 7-6, Eagles on top. Erica Timpanero. Here's a nice setup. Handled by Tappan. Oh, and it's touched over, but handled by Old Tappan. Oh, here we go. Nice setup for the kill. IHA up to the task. And that one falls.
Kristen Kerwin with a perfect spot, a perfect touch. She hit, the kill goes right into the exact dead spot in the Old Tappan formation.
Kristen Kerwin racking up the kills so far. Nice setup for Kerwin, and she hits it off of Natalie Aleko, who asks herself, how could I miss that? The ball came in too fast. Point for the Eagles. They now take a 3-point lead, their biggest lead of the match.
And what right on cue, John. Kristen Kerwin once again with another kill.
There's the serve. A lot of chatter out there. The touch pass. Touch the other way. Old Tappan handles it. Another touch play. Oh, beautiful. Hit the net, though. Great effort there by Julia Morris. Unfortunately for IHA, couldn't quite get it where it needed to go. That is a point for the visitors. Old Tappan down 9-7.
See, I believe that hit the net out of bounds, which is why they ruled the play dead.
Kill shot. Nice setup. Here we go for the kill. Oh, and it's into the net. Brittany Berry couldn't get it high enough. Point for the Eagles.
Well, IHA now a 10-7 lead, starting to get going a little bit of a run here, John. Let's see if Old Tappan can fire back.
And here's Kristen Kerwin serving. The setup, kill shot, blocked. Blocked by Annabelle Reyes and Casey King. Another point for the Eagles. That was a fine block. In the first match, the one taken by Old Tappan, they were the ones doing the blocking. This time,
yes,
IHA does the blocking.
Yeah, I actually believe that was Casey King that got it. Annabelle Reyes was there. I think Casey King got it, though.
Want to make sure we get those stats right here on NJ.ORG. And that one's going into the crowd. Keep it as a souvenir. No, he throws it back. Missing. You must not belong to volleyball. I guess we're not in the baseball game.
No, where it's more of a tennis type of match. Have you ever been to a U.S. Open tennis match? You get a tennis, but they make you give it back. The amount of balls they have is ridiculous, yet they still make you give it back.
I have something to say about tennis very quickly, but first I want to make sure everybody knows right now we're in a timeout. 12-7, the home team, IHA, 3 consecutive state championships, 3 consecutive tournament of championships. They are leading 12-7 here in the second set, trying to rally. They lost the first set to Old Tappan, trying to rally and tie this match up. Now my thought about tennis, Andrew Joseph. Tennis, I would love tennis if it were played without the crowd. I take a friend to go see a tennis match, and everybody says, shh, I'm there to hang with my friend, enjoy myself. You mean the tennis players can't concentrate out there?
Golf too, though. To be fair, golf also.
What's that?
Golf also.
Oh, that's a problem I have with golf. That's a real problem I have with golf. I thought these people were supposed to be so mentally tough.
There's something special in the calmness and quietness in those sports, John.
I'm not seeing the specialness. That ball hit wood on the IHA side. That's a point for Old Tappan. They are rallying 12-8 now, cutting into IHA's lead.
When you tune into an NJ.ORG Varsity's broadcast, you get not just a broadcast, you get a little conversation.
A little social commentary. And that return by Casey King. A valiant effort, but into the net. 12-9, Old Tappan on a little bit of a rally here. 2 straight points.
Casey King went down to dig it up and just couldn't get it centered over the net. Instead, it goes right into the net.
Erica Calabrese with the serve. Maeve Kenny saved it. But IHA couldn't handle it in the end. That's another point for Old Tappan. 3 straight points for them. They are closing this gap. Right now, it's 12-10 IHA. Old Tappan on the comeback trail. Served by Calabrese. Got to get that over. They do. But it's set up nicely for Old Tappan. Kill shot. Handled by Kristen Kerwin. Kerwin with the kill try. Softly over the net. Handled. Old Tappan's tower now. Oh! And it went out of bounds. Nice play by Haley Miller, the captain.
Haley Miller, once again, she played so well in that first set, has been a little bit more quiet here in the second set, John. But here comes Old Tappan on a big run, down only by 1.
They're only down by 1, 12-11. 4 straight points now for Old Tappan. Kill shot. Dug out of there nicely. Here's a kill, and that was way out of bounds. Natalie Aleko, the second team All-State, or a little long.
Yeah, John, if you look at what happened on that kill there by Aleko, she hit the ball, she met the ball a little too late, which is why it sailed out of bounds.
13-11 IHA, but that serve was long. That will be a point for Old Tappan. They are within 1. Haley Miller going to sit down. She's played very well so far. Here's a serve. Handled. Set up nicely. There's the kill, and what a beautiful kill shot by Casey King. Seeing eye, as it were. 14-12, Eagles lead.
You gotta love the crowd today, John. I mean, we keep mentioning it, but they are into this game.
Why not? Number 1 IHA, number 2 Old Tappan. Doesn't get much better than this. Here's the setup. Oh, they've got a good chance here. Oh, and she foiled the block. But IHA was on the case. These two teams are skilled. Beautiful dig out there by Casey King, but they couldn't handle it up front. Too bad for IHA. Valiant effort by Casey King. 14-13 though. Old Tappan closes to within 1.
Kristen Kerwin takes a breather on the bench for IHA as
well-deserved breather. She's played
without
well.
a question. She's been terrific in this match.
Casey King sets it up. Oh, and a nice block by the tall one, Kristen Kaiser. Kristen Kaiser used all of her 6'3" right there. Nice wingspan on her. They couldn't get it over her.
Kristen Kaiser, not only is she tall, but she has those long arms and just perfect for blocking, made for volleyball.
This set tied up at 14. Kill shot blocked. Out of bounds though. As Annabelle Reyes gets congratulations. She nets her team a 15-14 lead. IHA playing better in this set. Here comes Maeve Kenny, the libero. Here's the setup. Handled by IHA. Oh, we got a chance here. Blocked. That one was sent into the net. Another unforced error. IHA lets this one get tied up. This one is tied up at 15.
We haven't really talked to Maeve Kenny during this match, John. She's a libero, as you just mentioned, but she gets everything. She is all over the court.
Defensive leader. And here we go. And Kerwin shot is handled by Old Tappan. Now it's Old Tappan's turn. Blocked by Kerwin. And Julia Morris. And I didn't see what they called there, but that's going to be a point for Old Tappan. Did you catch it, Andrew?
I think it hit the ground.
Ah.
I think it partially hit the ground. That's what they called. I am not sure, so don't quote me or don't take me on my word, John, but I am pretty sure that I saw it hit the ground.
I'll be careful not to quote you, but 16-15, Old Tappan on top. Kristen Kerwin with the kill. Oh, beautiful seeing eye kill just inside that out of bounds line. She's played magnificent so far. We've got a tied ball game.
That was some kill, wasn't it, John? I mean, the power on that ball and the spot,
placement.
the placement.
Perfect
Exactly. Thank you
placement.
for. I couldn't find the right word, John.
Just call me Mr. Thesaurus. There's a serve handled by Old Tappan. There you go. Kill shot handled. And here's a kill try. Oh. Barry was right there to return that one. Now it gets over for IHA. Old Tappan setting up nicely here. And it's out of bounds. Kaiser sent it out of bounds. 17-16 IHA.
A missed opportunity there for Kaiser. A golden opportunity there for a kill. And she tried to be a little too perfect with that one.
Back and forth action here on NJ.ORG. IHA number 1 in the state, trying to stay number 1 against number 2 Old Tappan. 17-16 in this second set. Old Tappan took the first set. IHA leading this one. Back and forth action we go. That one's sent over. Kenny was there, and Kirsten Kerwin once again having an outstanding match. She's shown a lot of touch.
Yes, and John, I'm not going to misuse the word this time. That was excellent placement on that one. Great touch by Kerwin.
Excellent placement, 18-16. IHA on top. Kill try, that's out of bounds. Little too strong by Brittany Berry, 19-16. IHA inching closer to tying this at 1 set apiece. That substitution is now Berry coming out. Erica Calabrese coming in for Old Tappan. Here's the serve from IHA. Not much time for Old Tappan to set up after the substitution, but they get there. Handled by IHA, and the touch over the net, handled. Now a good chance. A touch for Old Tappan, handled. And that one's out of bounds. Unforced error for Old Tappan, sending it out of bounds. 20 points now for IHA, and they can taste this one. 5 points away from tying this match up. Listen to the chatter in this barn. How do you like that?
Everyone is so into this match, John, and it's a great one.
And that one's off the rafters. Casey King, no home court advantage there. And that's going to be a point for Old Tappan. They get served back, 20-17.
That ball came back from the rafters quicker than it went up to up there.
Absolutely. Casey King with the return. Here we go. Kristen Kerwin. And once again, she finds a place where the Old Tappan players aren't. She's been uncanny about that so far. 21-17, IHA.
She clearly has a knack for finding that little spot in the setup, in the formation, where there is no opponent and there is no Old Tappan player. And a few more points, and this is going to go to a third set.
IHA was 4 points away, but a seeing eye kill shot there from Old Tappan. That's something they needed. They were on the ropes a bit.
Without a question, every time Old Tappan's been on the ropes here in this set, they kind of fired back with a couple points of their own. Let's see if that continues down 3.
21-18, IHA on top. Here's the serve from Old Tappan. Handled, set up nicely. Here's the kill. Out of bounds. Well, Kerwin's had such good eye so far. Not good eye on that one, a little too long. 21-19, IHA leads. And Ilofsky will be serving. Maeve Kenny handles, sets it up. Here comes the kill. Oh, beautiful dig there by Budenik. Kerwin sends it over. Dug out by Old Tappan. Kerwin blocks, she's doing everything. That one's sent over, Maeve Kenny. And it's a setup for King. And once again, Old Tappan on the spot. Aleko there again, sends it backwards. They got to get this one over. They've got it. Kenny handles the setup. Kill shot by Kerwin, out of bounds. Too long. Tremendous sequence there.
Yeah, Kristen Kerwin wanted a net call on Old Tappan there. She looked at the judge, but did not get the call.
21-20, IHA holding on for dear life to this second set. Old Tappan rallying, timeout for IHA as they try to take this second set, tie this match up at 1 set apiece. They look to be well on their way, but this has been a pretty stiff rally from Old Tappan so far.
It really has been, and I assumed that once IHA got on a little run, that they were going to cruise to the second set, and it was going to go to a third and final set to decide this match. But Old Tappan is really not gone away at all here in this second set. They do not want to go to a third set. They understand IHA is home. They don't want to give IHA an opportunity in a third and final set to take this match. They want to win it right here.
Hey, in Old Tappan, I know that IHA is the three consecutive tournament champions, winner of 3, but I'll tell you what, they've got nothing to hang their head about in terms of coming up and facing this team. This Old Tappan team, 22-4 last year, and they only graduated 2 players from last season. This is a seasoned, experienced bunch coming in here to IHA.
And 9-0 on the season this year.
And that one sneaks over the net. Old Tappan, Jeannie on the spot, and that falls. That falls. Haley Miller with a rebel yell down there. Knocks it in. Gets the point for Old Tappan, and we are tied 21-21.
And Haley Miller with a huge fist pump after that point. really excited. Old Tappan has come back. They have fought back, John, and now at tied at 21. You know, it's unbelievable what the Old Tappan has done here, because it seemed like IHA, only about 5 minutes ago, they were in a cruise in the second set, and now Old Tappan's right there, ready to take. If they can get the next couple of points here, they're going to be in complete control. And if they were to sweep these 2 sets, I think IHA, as good as Old Tappan is, IHA would be a little shocked.
IHA would be, well, you never want to get in someone's head and say they'd be devastated, but you've got to imagine this would be a tremendous blow for them right now. Of course, you're not playing shop liver. This Old Tappan team, 22-4 last season. Very experienced bunch. But this IHA team comes in here 20-0. No limit to how many games you can play, so they've played 20 games so far, and they're 20-0. Here's the serve. Handled by Kenny. This setup, Kerwin with the kill shot, handled by Old Tappan. Kill shot, and it's blocked by Kerwin, the do-it-all. And IHA retakes the lead, 22-21.
That is a very clutch block right there, John. You know, 22-21, as you just said, huge point coming up.
They've taken their leader out. Maeve Kenny has IHA. A little surprising here. That was blocked. Another point. Casey King teams up to block that return shot, and now IHA must have gotten some good advice in that timeout. In fact, that's Coach Melissa Landek wanting to give her team some advice now. They've given up 2 straight points out of the last timeout, 23-21, IHA on top.
John, when you're looking at these timeouts, you have to understand that a big part of it is just to change the momentum around and reverse it to the other team. You know, I think at this point it's more encouragement, less strategy, and more of just kind of take a breather, relax, and change momentum.
And momentum, it seems like this ethereal thing. Can you touch it? Can you put it in your pocket? But I think you and I have been involved with sports for a long time. Momentum is real, and sometimes momentum is just about you get down, you've given up a couple of points, and you start pressing. You take that time out to calm your people down.
Exactly. I mean, and, you know, here it is, 23-21. You know, if IHA can get 2 more points here, we're going to have a third and final set.
There's a serve, handled. Berry tries to tip it over and tips it into the net. Brittany Berry, again unforced error. 24-21, 1 point away, IHA, from taking this second set. Crowd on their feet in various places. Old Tappan gets it over. Here's the setup. Casey King for the kill, blocked, and out of bounds. Nicely done there.
Big time block by Kelly Brogan there, with set point on the line, coming up with a huge block, and now with a serve, a chance to get within 1.
Old Tappan's got to get it done. They're 1 point away from losing this set, 24-22. Kill shot, and it falls. That kill shot falls. Annabelle Reyes with a laser beam kill shot to take this second set, 25-22, tying this matchup at 1 set apiece. Certainly, you've got to be impressed with the fortitude that IHA showed in coming back here and taking this second set after really getting off to a very bad start in that first set.
Oh, without a question. And that kill by Annabelle Reyes, John, as great as some of the kills we've seen this match so far have been great. That one, she took it up a notch. I mean, that was some kill right there to win that set. And you know, with this match, with these 2 teams, number 1 and 2 teams in the state of New Jersey, how could we not have a third set to determine this match? It's
only fitting. It would have been a little disappointing if one of these teams had swept. But we certainly talked about it before. We talked about the standpoint that this IHA team considers itself battle-tested. They've played 20 full games so far, counting their normal schedule here, plus tournament play. Old Tappan played only 9. I got the impression, talking to Coach Nolan before the game, that she believed that IHA might have something of an advantage. She didn't say that, but I inferred from her discussion with me that she felt that her team was battle-tested in that way. Certainly that may have come to pass there in that second set.
Well, yeah, John, no, I definitely got that sense from her as well. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact in preseason they went to Maryland. Then during the season, about a week and a half ago, I think she said, they went to Orlando. And, you know, I guess when you play the better competition around the country, not just New Jersey, because you limit yourself to New Jersey, one state, you're not going to obviously have not the only as good, maybe the as good competition, but you're not going to have as versatile kind of clubs. And I really think that in that second set, you saw maybe some of that battle-tested IHA ball club, and this team is really. I have to give them the advantage being home, being obviously the #1 team and the winner of the tournament five of the last 6 years here and going to this third set. But no question about it, you cannot count Old Tappan out. They've been wonderful today.
Well, I tell you what, if this were a professional team down there, I'd say give Kristen Kerwin a raise. Maybe we give her, what do we give her that she's in high school? We give her a good atta girl because she has been playing lights out so far, both on the front line, in the service. Her kills have been amazing.
She has been great. I mean, without a question, she has been wonderful in this match. But, there's been a few players on both teams that have really stepped up. And I think that when you're looking at this match overall, what you're seeing is star power, John. I mean, both teams have it. You don't become #1 and 2 in the state without having those stars.
Absolutely. And, this team, IHA, you talk about star power. They're doing this with 4 freshmen who are getting playing time. They're trying to replace arguably one of the greatest players in New Jersey history, Nia Reed. Nia Reed was an amazing player for this team. She's now applying her trade at Penn State. And as amazing as it tells you a lot about Penn State's program, Coach Nolan tells us that Nia Reed isn't getting much playing time so far. A player of her caliber not getting much playing time. They must have an amazing squad up in Happy Valley, I imagine. But right now, IHA trying to replace that star, trying to replace a couple of other good players from last year, and so far getting it done. 20-0 on this season, and 1 set away from going 21-0. But Old Tappan's not going to go lightly.
John, I am excited for this third set here, and as we get to see who will come out on top in this match.
2 teams are back out on the court right now, and we've got looks like the normal starting 6 for each side. And in a moment, we're going to take you back to the action as we get you ready here on NJ.ORG for #1 IHA, #2 Old Tappan, doing battle here in Washington Township, New Jersey. This match is tied at 1 set apiece. This one will decide things. And if Old Tappan can knock them off, then they will have legitimate claim to say they are the #1 team over mighty IHA. There's a serve, and we are underway. Kill shot, and it's a good one.
Annabelle Reyes again, John. She ended the second set with that great kill like we were talking about just a moment ago, and she begins the third set with another great kill.
She does it with gusto, doesn't she? 1-0, Eagles on top. Old Tappan sends it over. Here's a rally by Casey King. Oh, what a dig by Olivia Budinik. Kill shot handled. Another kill try. Dug out again. Beautiful. And that one's out of bounds. And that's going to be a point for Old Tappan. They tied that one up, and they certainly earned that point.
They really did, John. And, it's as the teams trade points to start the third set, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of these, trading points here in this third set.
Olivia Budinik with the serve. The setup. Kill blocked. You can't get it over. Kirsten Kaiser. Too tall.
Kirsten Kaiser goes up and blocks Annabelle Reyes' kill shot there, and a 2-1 lead for Old Tappan.
Trying to add to it here. Here's the serve. Maeve Kenny sets things in motion, gets back over the net. That one's way out of bounds. Good try by Erica Calabrese, but couldn't shoot it straight. This match is tied at, or this set is tied at 2. Third and deciding set here at IHA. #1 IHA taking on #2 Old Tappan. They're tied in 1 set apiece. This one will decide it. Kristen Kerwin, and it is blocked.
Kaiser again, John.
Kaiser's size really playing a role here in this third set.
She barely jumped for that block right there. Kind of just went on her tippy toes and put her arms up.
3-2, Old Tappan on top. They might want to hit it where she's not. That is Kristen Kaiser. Maeve Kenny sets it up. That one's over. But a nice setup here for Old Tappan. Here comes the kill. And you can play it off the ceiling here. And they played that one off the ceiling. Old Tappan gets it out of bounds. So finally, IHA gets some home court advantage. The ceiling works to their advantage, sending a ball that was going out of bounds back to them, and they wind up getting that point, tying this match at 3.
Yes, everything's in play here, as long as it's in the parameter of the court, including that basketball hoop that hangs overhead.
And Maeve Kenny handles that one. Here's a nice setup. Here's Stewart, uses a little touch. Old Tappan handles, comes Kaiser with the try. And nobody's there. Casey King lost the ball, didn't know where it was, and Old Tappan takes a 4-3 lead. Got a substitution now. Erica Calabrese, good minutes for her. Erica Calabrese played well. She takes a seat.
Very efficient today.
Maeve Kenny handles. Kerwin with the try. Handled by Alechko. Alechko sends it over, out of bounds, goes Alechko. And that's going to be a 4-4 tie. You know, Alechko comes in with a pedigree. Second team All-State last year. She hasn't had her best game today.
No, it's her second or third miscue of this match. In order for Old Tappan to win this third set,
though. Nice touch play there by Kelly Brogan.
So, John, I was saying, in order for Old Tappan to come away with this match in this third set, they're going to need Alechko to step up her game. She's been a little bit of a disappointment this match, but overall in the season she's been terrific.
Well, we've got to say, if anybody can do it, she can.
Without a question.
That one's dug out there nicely by King. Here's a setup, it gets over. Nice setup for Old Tappan, they get it. Kenny's there to save things. Kerwin sends it over, saved. Alechko sends it over with gusto, but it handled by Old Tappan, by IHA, and that one's out. Jamie Del Rosario, a little too strong there. 6-4, Old Tappan takes the lead.
I just glanced over at Coach Maria Nolan's face, and the look on her face after that point was not a pleased one.
The bitter beer face, that's what they say. Back and forth, here we go. Kill try, blocked! Blocked nicely. Again, Kristen Kerwin doing yeoman work out there with the block. 6-5. IHA pulls to within 1. Got substitutions now. You've got Jamie Del Rosario coming out of the game. You've got someone who's not on our roster coming in.
There's a couple players not on our roster, John. So here we go, 6-6, John. Trading points. Can one of these teams grab momentum? I said this last set, IHA did grab momentum, and then Old Tappan grabbed it back, but then IHA retained it. We'll see what happens.
Into the net, over, and now the squirrels in Old Tappan's lap. Oh, but they committed a no-no.
I believe they hit that, I think it was 4 times.
And you can only hit it 3 in volleyball, and that's going to be a point for IHA. They lead 7-6. 1, a 2, and a 3. It goes over, saved by Kenny. Nice dig out. Kill shot by Kerwin. Oh, beautiful save by Alechko. Beautiful. Kept in play. Here comes King with the kill shot. Beautiful dig once again. And into the net. That one from Kaylin Seitzma. Straight into the net. 8-6, IHA takes the lead. Erica Tappanero with the serve. Alechko goes low again. Oh, that was perfect. Played like Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Kerwin again, John.
Kristen Kerwin, I'm sorry. Kristen Stewart's the actress. I want you to give me electric shock every time I say Kristen Stewart, okay?
I can't do that, John.
You're a good man. I appreciate that.
Thank you. We got a timeout here. I believe it's called by Old Tappan.
I would say the smart money is on Old Tappan having called that timeout because IHA is now rallied to take a 9-6 lead, and this the third and deciding match here in this really, really entertaining matchup between number 1 IHA, number 2 Old Tappan here on NJ.ORG. You're watching this now on NJ.ORG on our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Twitter, NJ.ORG. You can also follow us on Facebook, our NJ.ORG Facebook page, where we'll keep you up to date with what's going on in high school sports here in northern New Jersey. And we've got, again, a matchup of Titans here coming down to the wire here in this third set between IHA and Old Tappan.
Also, something to note about our Facebook and Twitter pages, we also keep you updated on programming notes and when we're going to be broadcasting, where we're broadcasting times, and where and how you can listen to our broadcast.
So if you're a fan of prep sports here in northern New Jersey, you want to check in with our Facebook page to find out when you or your son, your daughter might be playing on NJ.ORG. There's a serve. Old Tappan, the touch. Handled by IHA, and King's touch is perfect. King has come in and played well. 10-6, IHA on top.
Yeah, Casey King with a perfect touch there, perfect placement on the kill. IHA now
Tappan barely gets it over.
Great.
Kill try. Handled by Kenny. Kerwin sends it low. Too low for Budenik. 11-6 now. IHA opening up the lead to 5 here in the third and deciding set. Tappan, Erica Tappan, one of these freshmen, getting serious playing time for IHA. She's got the serve.
Brittany Barry is
and
just
that
entered.
One's going to be trouble. Old Tappan manages to get it over, but they've got a nice setup here for Kerwin. Blocked. Here's a kill try for Barry. Handled. Now it's Kerwin's turn, and Old Tappan goes low for that. Barry's turn. Blocked by Kerwin. Kerwin again. Touch. Handled beautifully there. King will try now. And King once again successful. King's had the touch so far in this third set, 12-6. IHA nearly halfway home. They're taking this match over Old Tappan.
John, I think that IHA is just doing just enough in each point to win these points right now. The points are very close. They're going back and forth, but IHA is doing just enough.
Gotta love the ladies of women's volleyball here in the high school level. Not only do they set up the court before the game, but if there's a wet spot, they handle it. They play the game and they handle the wet spots.
Indeed, John.
They are doing true yeoman work on and off the court. Now, Miller's pass over the net, way too far. Almost hit the Blue Eagles graphics over there, and that's going to be 12-7, IHA on top. No, did I get that wrong?
I believe they called a net violation.
Well, then it's 12-7. Then it looks like Old Tappan. Well, let me just admit I don't know what's going on. And that one totally got by me. We'll just go forward from here, and that was Kristen Kerwin once again with a lovely touch play over the net. 13-7, IHA on top. Kerwin serving. Here's the setup. Miller with the kill. Miller with the great kill. Old Tappan needed that point. They pulled within 13-8.
I've been really impressed with Haley Miller in today's match. Clearly you can understand why she's the captain of Old Tappan. She plays big, and she is making some big plays here in this match today.
Absolutely. Uh-oh, that's going to be trouble. Looks like Old Tappan's got it, but set up nicely there for IHA. Oh, here comes the kill shot. Oh! And Annabelle Reyes bringing the serious miles per hour on that kill shot once again. Too much for Old Tappan to handle. It goes out of bounds. 14-8. IHA in the lead. There's the serve. Old Tappan goes low. Now they go high. Blocked. Reyes. Reyes tries to block, misses it. King gets it though. Here's a setup. And the freshman, Julia Morris. Looks like she hit it out of bounds. That's going to be a point. 14-9. IHA on top. Old Tappan serving. Kenny with the setup. There's the kill for Morris, handled by Old Tappan. Oh, great play by Kenny to dig that out. King with the kill. King has just had a knack for those kills today. Once again, King has been the MVP of this third set so far, 15-9, IHA on top.
Casey King has taken over this match, John. She has been incredible all match long, but especially here in this third set.
She's had a real knack of hitting those things at impossible angles. And that one is blocked by Annabelle Reyes and Jamie Del Rosario. 16-9, IHA is on a roll here.
We can call that a co-block, John, as both of them come in there and stand tall on the kill.
Yeah, that's not a word. You should go have it patented. I like that. Co-block. And that one's out of bounds. Old Tappan threw one over there that was too hot to handle for Kristen Kerwin, and that one goes out of bounds, and here we go.
John, I'm actually unsure of how they score that, but you know, I would use kind of like that football analogy with a sack. You'd get a half a sack, so why not give them each a half a block?
I like that. If I ran the world, that's the way it would be. 16-10, IHA on top.
John, the world is at your fingertips.
If only that were true. Here comes the kill shot, handled by Kenny. The setup. And once again, it's Annabelle Reyes. What are they calling?
I think they're calling...
Oh, they're saying out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Oh, I thought that was in.
Looks to be heading for me.
Looked... I don't know
John
about that.
John McEnroe here, we'd be arguing until Sunday about that one. 16-11. IHA on top. Love how quiet it gets right before the serve. Adds to the drama. Reyes. Handled there, Old Tappan. Gets it over, it's blocked. That one goes under the net. 2 straight points now for Old Tappan. They are not in the mood to go quietly.
John, it seems like every time, I mentioned this last night, every time IHA goes on a run, and it seems like they're going to pull away, Old Tappan responds.
Seasoned bunch playing here at IHA for Old Tappan. And that one was inbounds. Casey King had a look on her face like, I can't believe I let that one fall. But you know, she was pretty much hamstrung. She had to let that one go because it looked like it was going out of bounds.
It's one of those tough calls. You know, you can't fault Casey King for making a call. She made her judgment, and she got it wrong this time. Overall, you have to believe that she has pretty good instincts, as she has showed here in this match.
16-13, IHA on top. King, the setup. Comes Reyes. Reyes with the power. Too much for Erica Calabrese. 17-13, IHA on top.
Reyes goes to the bench for a quick breather. She has showed some amazing power on those kills, hasn't she, today, John?
Here's Kenny with the serve. That's going to be an easy one. Gets over. Kenny handles it. Kerwin sends it low. Handled there by Old Tappan. Here comes the kill. And that's out of bounds. Aleko sent that one out of bounds. 18-13, IHA on top.
You know, Aleko, I think what happened there is that she got her feet a little tangled up as she went up for the kill, and it went off the net and out of bounds.
Happens to the best of us. Aleko with the kill try again. Kenny right there. Here comes Kerwin. That one's handled. Budenik. That one is touched over. But she stepped out of bounds, did Aleko. Another point for IHA. Timeout. Old Tappan, and they've got to get it together because right now they're down 19-13. IHA, the #1 team in the state, 6 points away from taking this match.
John, what have we talked about? What did we talk about in between the second and third set? I'll answer that, John. We talked about how IHA is more battle tested, and they're showing it here. I mean, this is exactly why Old Tappan didn't want this to go to a third set, because IHA just seems to be, I don't know if you would call it more seasoned. Just they seem to have this kind of this edge where they just find a way to win points that are going back and forth, and they maybe don't necessarily deserve to win, or you could argue that Old Tappan deserves to win, but somehow IHA finds a way to win all these points.
Well, Coach Maria Nolan said it best before the game. I mean, she just believes that this type of strategy of playing these tournaments where you have to win matches instead of games, it builds mental toughness. And you're certainly seeing here certainly IHA dropped that first set. Maybe another team wilts under that type of pressure, but IHA, they went into the huddle, they regrouped, they've come out strong here in they won set 2, and now they're up big here in set 3, 19-13 over Old Tappan. Two teams are back and ready for action. Here comes Maeve Kenny with the serve. The setup. Aleko with the kill try, and it was a good try. A seeing eye try that made it through King and Kenny, and that's 19-14 Old Tappan.
Old Tappan needs to rattle off a few more points here, John. 19-14, they're a big point there, but they need a few more.
Substitution, Brittany Berry comes in for Erica Calabrese. Here's a serve by Aleko. Gets over, oh, excellent serves. Perfectly placed, King can't handle. 2 straight points for Old Tappan. Coming out of that timeout, 19-15, IHA still leads.
And finally, Natalie Aleko has entered this game in a big way for Old Tappan.
And right on cue, she serves one into the net.
The broadcaster's jinx, John. Aleko previously with a great serve, and now she serves into the net. And that's a big miscue right there, as IHA get to serve back, and they're only 5 points away.
I would say you were the opposite of a 4-leaf clover on that one. Andrew, there's the block. Set up. Kenny's got it. Here comes Kerwin. Right into Kaiser's outstretched arms, and she blocks it over. 20-16. IHA on top. The serve by Chu. Set up, here comes Kerwin. And that is blocked out of bounds by Seitzma. 21-16, 4 points away for IHA.
Let's see that mental toughness from Old Tappan now, down by 5 points. They're in need of a little bit of a run.
Does Old Tappan have one last rally left in them? Oh, that was skillfully played by the freshman Julia Morris, playing beyond her years, putting that one over the net, 22-16. IHA 3 points away.
No, IHA's had a bunch of injuries this season. They really needed some of these freshmen to step up, and Julia Morris has been one of them. Without a question, she's been instrumental to this team's success.
Old Tappan with the touch. IHA with the save. King gets it over. Setting up. And that's blocked. Another setup. Miller sends it over there. Handled by IHA. King sends it over. Now the setup. Oh, that was brilliantly played. It looked like the player was going to, who was that? Kelly Brogan looked like she was going to set up, but instead she hit it over the net. I think she tricked Casey King, and that ball hit the turf.
Well, she tricked me, John.
22-17, IHA on top. Kenny sends it over. Here's the setup. Miller gonna try to kill it. Oh, saved there nicely by Kenny. Oh, but it won't get over. Too hot to handle. Miller's shot, just too much for IHA. 22-18 now. Old Tappan, we asked if they have one rally left in them, and apparently they do.
Yeah, get your rally caps on, Old Tappan fans.
Casey King gonna send it over. Handled easily. Here comes Miller. Kenny goes one hand on that one. Digs it out, King gets it over. The setup. And the kill was a brilliant one by Erica Calabrese. Or was it? No. What are they calling on that one? They said that was out of bounds?
They called it out of bounds.
Listen, I saw that.
That was not out of bounds.
John Henry Smith's instant replay says that one was right in the corner. That's a bad call as far as I'm concerned. 23-18 though, IHA gets the point. They're 2 points away. And the block by Casey King, and now they're 1 point away. IHA undefeated, 20-0 on the season, 1 point away from going 21-0 on this season, 24-18. They lead this third deciding set over Old Tappan, and the crowd senses the moment as Kristen Kerwin serves it over. Old Tappan fighting for their life now. Calabrese sends it over. The setup. It's a touch play. Handled by Old Tappan. Here comes Miller. She touches. And that one almost over let go his head, but she rallies and gets it. That one is going to be trouble, and it's out. 24-19. Hot potato back there, too hot to handle for IHA. 24-19 now. Old Tappan still has life.
They do, but IHA is still in control, John. Up 24-19, 1 point away. Let's see if Old Tappan has a rally.
Calabrese with the serve. Into the net, and that will do it. IHA goes to 21-0. They defeat Old Tappan, the number 2 ranked team in the state. 2-1. IHA, certainly, they took Old Tappan's best shot in this one, and they went back, they regrouped, came back, and won this match. IHA showing why they're one of the most brilliant teams in the state, well coached. Their coach, Maria Nolan, did not let her team get down. I mean, you could see her experience. That team went into the first set knowing they were down. They came back out and handled their business in sets 2 and 3 and took this match over Old Tappan. A brilliant afternoon of action here at IHA.
They did, and John, I have to say one thing I was really surprised by on that last point. Haley Miller, who's been terrific all match, serves it into the net with the match on the line. But overall, Haley Miller played a great game. Old Tappan, they showed something. They were a great team, a team to be reckoned with. But just today, IHA a little too much as the match carried on.
And perhaps, who knows, was there some home court advantage here? A couple times the rafters, the one time at least the rafter worked in IHA's favor. Don't think they planned that, but certainly this is the first time in anyone's recent memory that Old Tappan has made the trip here to IHA. These two powerhouse volleyball programs, and they certainly treated the home crowd here, and it was a great raucous home crowd here to catch this matchup of number 1 versus number 2. They treated them to an excellent match. Old Tappan has nothing to hang their head about on this day.
No question about it, John. You're absolutely right. This is one of the best volleyball matches I have seen. This was really competitive. You saw star talent. You saw some great plays.
Absolutely, and if you had to pick an MVP in this one, again, Kristen Kerwin. Time and time again, she came up huge for IHA, the Blue Eagles, whether it was delivering not only powerful kill shots, but also perfectly placed, skillful kill shots. Kristen Stewart, she gets my vote for player of the game. How about you?
I agree. I have to go. I would like to be different, John, but I thought she was incredible. I can't go with anyone else. And, IHA, we talked about them, the injuries they've had. They need some of the stars that are healthy to step up. Kerwin did that today.
And if I had to pick a co-MVP, Maeve Kenny. Maeve Kenny doesn't get the offensive statistics, but because she plays on the back line. But you talk about a young lady whose chatter out there kept everybody where they were supposed to be. When there was a play to be made, she made sure she dug that ball out of the dirt. We use that term figuratively. We know we're playing on wood, but you know what I mean. And certainly she was as advertised. She was certainly the glue that kept this team together and set things up so that Kristen Kerwin could do her good work on the front line.
If I had to go with co-MVP, I'd probably go with Casey King today. I thought she played a wonderful game. And overall, IHA, you got to be proud of, if you're a fan of them. They played a heck of a game coming back after dropping the first set.
So you were witness, those of you who joined us on NJ.ORG, to a heck of a matchup. Number 1, IHA versus number 2, Old Tappan. Old Tappan gave IHA quite a fight, but in the end, it's IHA going to 21-0 on the season. They defeat Old Tappan 2-1 here in this October match. Who knows? Maybe these two teams will meet again someday. I'm John Henry Smith for Andrew Joseph. Thanks for watching us here on NJ.ORG.